I have no idea how to punish my child. I mean, I have a bunch of different ideas, but I don't have an effective way to punish my child. If what Augustine was doing was just consistently huge bad things, punching kids at school, biting, lighting fires, killing small animals, I would feel more comfortable taking large draconian measures to change things. Our problems mostly are small issues that Augustine reacts to in a not great way. You know, I struggled, I guess, kind of throughout my whole life with being told to change my actions. Elementary school, middle school, I internalized it and got really sad. I mean, I cried in high school one time when a teacher told me I didn't do a good job on a paper. And so when I see Augustine have these kind of reactions that I recognize in myself, it becomes very important for me to know how to have the correct management style, which shorthand would be the correct way to punish her to make that stop. I mean, really, there's a small list of punishments that a parent can give their kid, right? And we all choose a mixture of these punishments. And it's all some balance of the same, 6 things? That's all we got. There's spanking, which we don't do. However, that's not to say I don't understand the idea of spanking. There have been times when we're in the heat of the moment where I'm like, oh, this is when I would just start spanking. If I spanked, I don't. And we get past that point, and since I've reached that point several times now, I recognize it coming, and I know, oh, I'm about to think I should really spank Augustine. I might want to walk away or dramatically change the situation for a few seconds because this is not where we want to go. So spanking's out. There's counting, which is ridiculous. It's like a game I play where I stretch out numbers because I really want to use the numbers to get the action. I don't really care to run out of numbers and get the punishment because that starts the clock all over again. It's taking away things doesn't work. Augustine just doesn't care about anything enough to not have it taken away. Especially single items like a doll or a toy or a dress. I have to take away all dolls, the entire kitchen. The other day I locked your bedroom. And even then, I don't really want to take those things away because I have to find a place to put these large things, and that puts the punishment back on me. It's just like when we take away TV. Look, I'm not saying screen time is the best thing you can do to your kid. I'm just going to say every parent needs some screen time in their life. They need just a little bit of time for their kid to do their own thing. And not every kid can be entertained by a ball of string. So taking away screen time is like, it's just promising myself that later I have to parent more. Most usually in a time that I don't want to parent anyway. That's why we introduce screen time. There's rewards, which is a horrible idea I came up with one time where when Augustine acts out, she can decide to act good and get a toy, which was really, really a bad idea and really backfired several times. There's timeout, which is like the closest we've got to like something that might work in concert with the other things. Because someone told me once that the basis of a relationship with a kid and a parent is closeness, and so punishment is just changing or taking away that closeness. So timeout is like the essence of that. That's really overthinking the idea of timeout. But timeout kind of works. It is hard to do because I have to get her in her room, and we can't even put her in her room anymore because she has too many toys, so we have to put her in the bathroom, so she has to stand in the bathroom for a certain amount of time. But that does slow her down. I never know how much time to do, and people say a minute for every year of age, but that doesn't account for 4 minutes of just straight screaming. That shouldn't be the end of a timeout, and 30 seconds of screaming doesn't necessitate the next 3.5 minutes of timeout. But that's the closest we've got. I wish I could be like a more draconian parent. I wish I could take these huge steps and just be like, you'll thank me later. This is what you have to do. Follow the rules. But that's not how I work. That's not how I handle things with my daughter. And so we're constantly in this battle of like balancing things out. I think this is kind of the age that we're in, and it's just a source of infinite frustration. But I do think that continuing to push better behaviors in constructive ways, when we get past this age, she will bring all that in and suddenly be ahead of the curve, and start acting the way we want. Because like I said, she's a pretty good kid. It's not the action so much. It's usually small things that grow into huge problems because of her reactions. So if we can just work through that, maybe when she's in elementary school and she's in middle school, she won't have the problems that I had dealing with authority or getting constructive criticism. That's what I can hope for. Every time the door is slammed in my face, I'm screamed at, hit, or told to go away.